Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to take a look at dollar yen as we could be seeing the price of dollar yen move to the downside. Now, I've got the news calendar up here. You can see that we've had some dollar data today. We've seen the core durable good orders move higher, showing a little bit of growth there. We do have tomorrow the more important data, I feel, is the advanced GDP quarter on quarter, which is expected to show a decline from 2.6% to 2%. And then we've got the unemployment claims, which are also looking to come in a little bit higher, above the 245k previous. So I think the important data for the US dollar is tomorrow, and I think if those come in at those type of levels, then dollar weakness could into the market. We could see some further downside to the US dollar, and then dollar yen may be able to take advantage of that with prices moving a little bit lower. So let's go take a look at the chart from a technical perspective here, and we can see that price rallying into the 143.75 handle. We rejected on the weekly time frame, very shallow weekly candlestick. Price has traded through that weekly low now, so it looks like we're going to see an extension to the downside. The extension to the downside could see price come down to the 130.75 handle, or even below towards the 127.50. We're seeing a lot of yen pairs now coming into some really key levels of resistance. One of those was euro yen that we spoke about in a previous video. Euro still performing really well, majorly down to the dollar downside as well. And if that's going to continue, then we could see some further downside in this market as well. Now let's go take a look at what's going on from a daily time frame perspective. What we saw was price broke out of this trend line through here. We had that sort of double bottom pattern which formed at the 130.75. Price then continued higher, and the 134.75 was the one level that we pointed out as an area where price may want to find resistance at. And now that we can see that it has found resistance, we could be expecting price to continue lower. Now we do have sort of a minor level in the way. We've got the 132.75, but I think if price trades through that, it's going to test it on the other side and then trade down to the 130.75 handle here. If we take a look at it from a 4-hour perspective, we can see that price formed again a very common trading pattern, and this is why I always talk about look at when price approaches these areas of resistance and then see how it reacts. And you can see again, we rally into it, we pull away, we rally into it, pull away, rally into it, pull away. What is that pattern there? It's the head and shoulders pattern. We've got the left shoulder in here, the head, we've got the right shoulder in there. Price is now extended itself to the downside. So what we can do from a typical perspective of a head and shoulders pattern is measure from the head to the neckline, copy the head and the neckline down. Where does that put us? It puts us right in at these swing lows down through here, which is the 132 handle. So is that where price is going to head to in the short term? If it is, then we could be looking for extensions to the downside here. And what I'll be looking for in particular is for price to come into key areas of structure. So the neckline is actually a little bit more of a slanted neckline like this. If price was to bounce from here, I'd be looking for lower entry points in terms of lower time frames. You can see consolidation, one of my favorite things to look for as well. Consolidation shows us that there's a build up happening, and when price breaks out in a particular direction, we can often see price trade out in that direction. So what we could be looking for is something like this, where price could then potentially trade outside of the consolidation, retest it, or even retest the highs of the consolidation, and then traders that are looking to get short could look to continue to push prices lower. Obviously the yen as well is an interesting concept at the moment. We've had a really big shift in the yen. We saw that sort of strength really sort of evaporate recently. The risk mood has largely improved, so we do have to be a little bit careful here. There were some headline risk coming out. It is earnings season at the moment, especially for banks as well, so we're getting a lot of data out of that. If we do see sort of banks' profits shrinking and things like that, maybe making some losses, that could be quite instrumental in seeing the yen strengthen again. So be interesting concept coming up in the next sort of few days, which could drive dollar yen prices much lower. But hopefully you enjoyed the video content. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you in the next video.